Hi friends! Today I found something on Reddit called What Would You Do If? And me and my cat would like to answer some. So let's get started. Okay, what would you do if all of the Mario villains from every generation were roaming your neighborhood looking for you? I would either fly up really high and then fly off somewhere so they couldn't see where I went, or I would tunnel underground and then hide with some food and some supplies, depending on their skills. What would you do if you found a bag full of money on your doorstep? Depending how much money was in the bag, I would keep half and then donate half. What would you do if homeless people were stealing your recycling bin? I would ask them to stop, but congratulate them on wanting to recycle because recycling is good. What would you do if someone took your phone? I think I would cry if someone took my phone. And I just said took. And I know how to speak. What would you do if you had to eliminate one country in Europe? I would get every single European country's stats and look at the country of the worst stats and then either see if I could help or just get rid of him. What would you do if you saw a crying human sized rat? Okay, that is kind of a scary thought, but my first reaction would be to be cautious because rats kind of can give you a really big bite. And then if I knew that it wasn't gonna like attack me, I would help it. Um, what would you do if you were walking around in public and a small child pointed a real gun at you? I would, depending on if the child knew how to use the gun and if the gun had bullets in, I would look for the child's parents or guardians. And I would try to also take the gun off the child without causing like an argument or something. Because I don't want to get shot, you know? It's like, no. What would you do if someone you knew very well shot and robbed you? I would feel betrayed, and I think I would. Obviously, I'd go to A&E because of the shot wound, and I would call the police. I think. What would you do if cashiers and stockers were paid 50k a year? I would become a cashier or a stocker because it sounds good. What would you do if a stranger walked up to you and asked you for food and you had some food? I would, depending how hungry I was, I would give half of my food. I think if I wasn't eating it. But if I was like really hungry, I would give a tiny bit of my food and say, sorry, I have to eat this on my own. What would you do if you woke up in your bed and saw a dead shark lying on your bedroom floor? I would wonder how the shark got there because I live nowhere near shark infested waters. Yeah. What would you do if the person you were hugging, cuddling, suddenly peed themselves? I would chuck my cat on the floor and then run to the bathroom and get changed. And if it got on the couch, I would get towels and like anti-bac stuff. What would you do if the? Oh no, I've just done that one. What would you do? Hold on. If what would you? Hold on. Let me just restart that sentence again. What would you do if you could? I can't read for some reason. Okay, what would you do if you could shapeshift into anybody you wanted? I would shapeshift into like the body of a model or the body of a man, just to see what it's like. And then if I didn't like it, I would shapeshift back. What would you do if everyone thought you were dead? I would, if everyone thought I was dead, I would paint myself kind of pale and then put on clothes with hot rags in it and then I would go and scare them at Halloween. That'd be funny. Okay, and last but not least, what would you do if you had to write why you would be good to say to stay in the bunker instead of the apocalypse? Okay, so I think this is what would you do to make sure you survive the apocalypse? I would use my charm and smiley nature to persuade people gently into letting me stay. And that's what I would do. If you smile, you normally get what you want, kind of sometimes. Which doesn't. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go and record another video, I think. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends!